Here's how I spent the perfect day in Big Sur, covering as much ground as possible in only one day. We had a super quick bite and a really early start. And our first stop was Point Lobos State Park. Most of these trails, and I won't even call them hikes because they're kind of like glorified walks, were coastal. So every single twist and turn gave you a beautiful new view. I could have spent my entire day here, but we only had so much time. There isn't a ton of parking, so I'd recommend coming here as your first stop. It's also really close to Carmel by the Sea if you're staying there. But it is so close to the water. Honestly, be careful, especially at high tide. It gets a little bit wet from the crashing waves. We decided to then drive south and work backwards. We saw a little rainbow. Went over the Bixby Bridge and drove about an hour, I would say, to the Julia Pfeiffer State Park. This park is so large. Like, there is so much to see. Again, you could spend your whole entire day here. We accidentally started out with a hike that was actually pretty steep. I don't regret it. It was a lot of fun, and it was in the woods, which was beautiful. It had rain in the morning, though, so it was a little slippery. Then we went to McWay Falls, which, again, not really a hike. It's just a little walk to this view of the waterfall. At this point, it was early afternoon, so it started to get a little bit crowded, but it wasn't bad. Everyone took turns. We stopped at Partington Cove, which was pretty empty, to take a look at this view on our way to lunch. We didn't walk down the entire trail because we were on a time crunch, but I would recommend going all the way down if you have the time. This is the view from above. It was really beautiful. And then we stopped for some lunch at Nepenthe. This was highly recommended to us, and we're so glad we stopped here. They had this homemade iced tea that they kept refilling that I was like, what is this, crack? I'm obsessed. It's really just classic sandwiches, but their fries are really good, and the view is gorgeous to die for. The people were so nice. Great vibes all around. If it weren't the wintertime and the sun wasn't setting so early, we probably would have done a bit more. We had plans in Carmel, so we drove back over the Bixby Bridge. There's a viewpoint south of the bridge that you can climb up to and see it. Saw a bunch of kids going there, so we just followed them. The tweens know where the cool spots are. We followed Highway 1 back up north to Carmel by the Sea, and that's it.